Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with another episode of Understanding Thyself, and this is Breaking My Ego. So I'm going to talk a bit about, some understandings I had in my own life about my ego and why it was important for me to learn how to break out of my ego, out of living in my ego. Because you've got to understand, in life, our ego wants to be better than others. Our ego wants to compare me to you and you to me. Our ego cares about the material gain we have in life. Our ego cares about the status we hold. And it is our ego that traps our mind into thinking that we cannot have, do, or achieve whatever we want in life. And to try and achieve through the ego means I will always be fighting myself with my ego. To break through my ego and to break my ego means I have the liberation that it doesn't matter if I'm good, if I suck. It doesn't matter if I have validation, if I don't have validation. Because the simple truth in life is that everyone sucks at the start. Everyone starts at the bottom. Those who seek to start above the bottom fail to start, for they're unwilling to do what is necessary, which is start from the bottom. There is nothing in life that we can, start midway or at the top. It just doesn't exist. When I'm learning something new, I must first have never understood it and seek understanding to truly learn. If I read a book and memorize a book, did I learn? No. I just memorized words on a page. And this, through my experience, has been education, university. It was all about memorizing lectures, memorizing facts, memorizing textbooks, and regurgitating information instead of seeking to truly understand. Because in truth, a lot of what I learned in university is not applicable in the real world. In finance, I must first learn how to balance books. I do not just learn a theory and then know how to do it. Yet the education system taught me that those theories and that those facts were, in truth, they tried to say this is how it is, but in the real world, it is nothing like that. Many say in business that you need and must have a business plan to succeed. But the truth is, all business plans fail. Because how can I know what is going to happen before I have ever done? It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. It's the ego. So in our lives, in my life, my ego always wants to control and know. I'm always trying to control situations, trying to control the environment, trying to control the variables. But in life and reality, the variables and the situation is in a constant state of flow, flowing from one side to the other. And the true power is being able to sit in that flow and just go with it and adapt and change with each way and each current that takes you. Like swimming in the ocean, I can swim against the current or I can swim with the current. If I choose to swim back to shore every time the current is pulling me out, I'm fighting that current. But should I choose to work with the flow of the waves, I can use the waves to propel me forward. This metaphor is a metaphor for life, for business, for relationships, for everything. When I let go of my ego that wants to know and control everything and say, this is what it is, I am able to see with my eyes the flow, the state of movement of life, and I'm able to work with that movement of life instead of trying to go against it. And in life, the movement of life is action. It's taking steps day by day. The movement of nature in the forest is just walking the path. I could try and walk through the brush and the trees and fight against it, but should I just choose to walk the path? It is much easier. Should I choose to sail against the wind? I can try to beat the wind, but the wind will always push me back. So should in life I come up against resistance after resistance when I'm trying to control through my ego what the situation is meant to be, I will always fail. Whereas if I just let go and let the flow guide me, I can cruise easily to the destination that life has for me. Do you understand? The ego always wants to know that I am right, always seeks the validation of results before it will believe in the results. The ego seeks the validation of others to know it is on the right path. When I have the validation within myself, I do not need the validation of others. And we all know the truths of life. They are clearly evident throughout our life. If you work hard and you move towards what you want, you get what you want. If you put in the effort to become better, you become better. You don't need to know everything. If you put in the work day in and day out, you will become the work you seek. You will become that person. Life has made more millionaires than universities ever could. Because through life and experience, we learn the truth. The truth that it's all about the work we put into what we want to get. It's not about how we look while we try to get it. It's not about, how many people believe in us. It's not even about how good we are. If we put in directed effort and attention to what we want to achieve in life, we will always achieve what we want in life. Does that make sense? So in life, I can fight against what I want and how I want to get it, or I can work with life to achieve everything I didn't even know was possible, that I didn't even know that I wanted. This is Zen. Do you understand? That we're trying to flow like water through life. Water seeks the path that it can travel. If it moves into a path that goes uphill, it rolls back downhill. But the ego seeks to climb uphill, even when all evidence show another way. The ego wants us to posture, to promote to other people how great we are. The way to connect with people is to show people, I am like you, you are like me. Not to show people I am better than you and you should want to be me. Look in your life. Look on social media. Those who live in their ego are afraid to show you the truth, because the truth is they do not understand any more than you. They do not know what is happening in their own life, because no one knows. Anyone that says they know has missed the point of life. The point of life isn't to know, it's to explore. It's to adapt, it's to overcome. It's through overcoming that we truly understand. While I do not know, I can get through this. I can overcome anything, any challenge. Look at your own learning throughout life. Did you know before you understood? No. Because first we must understand before we can ever know. Look online at all these fake gurus that try to tell you this is how you generate money, this is how you generate leads, this is how you get the best relationships, this is how you live the best life, this is how you get millions of dollars. They do not know. For they have never tried to understand. They have just learnt one thing and then propagated as if that one thing is the reality that everyone should seek. Look at religion. Religion seeks to say there can only be one God. There is only one holy book. If you believe in anything other than what this book says, you do not know how close to the devil you are. It's all an illusion. It's all man-made. Everyone knows inherently what spirituality means. And spirituality and religion are two different things. Because religion seeks to know. And spirituality is the acceptance that I may never know, but I will seek. Seek for what? Who knows? Maybe connection. Maybe faith. Maybe to believe that my life has meaning. But the truth of life is that meaning only exists within our mind. Meaning doesn't exist in the external environment. For a tree that is fell, does anyone weep? No, because we expect that that tree's purpose is to live, grow, and then be consumed. If a tree falls in a storm, or if a tree is felled by man, there is no difference. The tree doesn't see any difference. Just like for me, should I be hit by a bus on accident or hit by a bus with a drunk driver, there is no difference. The stated fact is I was hit by a bus. It doesn't matter if the person was a drunk driver or if the person, accidentally hit me. I got hit and killed. For me, life has ended. My life in the physical plane has ended. It doesn't matter to me now how it was ended. It was just ended. This is the truth of life. That we are all moving through life and situations arrive. Sometimes they're in our favour and they're good situations that we believe. Sometimes they're not in our favour and we see them as bad situations. But you just got to understand, good and bad is just terminology that we use to describe things. And it's terminology that can either liberate us or trap us. When I understand that there is no difference to me being hit on accident or me being hit on purpose, I can see it as just, this is what is. If I'm going through life saying these situations are good because I got a positive benefit, these situations are bad because I got a negative benefit, I am going through life trying to categorize my entire existence and experience. That is the ego. The ego seeks to categorize everything. I lived for so many years believing this to be true, that there was universal right and wrong, that there was good and bad, that there was just and unjust. And the truth is, it was only I that was adding those meanings in life. It was only I that was assigning those labels of good and bad to my experiences. And if I assigned bad to an experience, I had to feel negative. If I was assigning good to an experience, I got to feel positive. But the truth is, regardless of if it's a good or a bad situation, a negative or a positive situation, I can see negative situations as being positive for my life and benefiting me. And I can choose in negative situations to feel good about myself and who I am. I don't have to feel negative or bad. Do you understand? When I take back the control to being able to determine how do I want to feel in every moment of my life? Do I want to feel bliss and happiness? Or do I want to feel negative and angry and, slighted by everything that happens in my life that doesn't go my way? Do you see the ego? The ego wants to say, if something doesn't go my way, it's because it was wrong. The ego wants to believe that I am something above others. If someone else is hit by a bus, I don't feel negatively for them. You know what I mean? I don't feel like my life is less because someone else was hit by a bus. But if I'm hit by a bus, I must feel like my life is less. Something bad and negative happened to me. Take, for example, war. We all say war is bad. We all say killing is bad. That people dying unnecessarily are bad. But none of us lift a finger to stop it. None of us go to our parliament and demand that the governments be ousted because unjust things are happening. We see it as, it sucks for them, but I should be grateful it's not happening to me. When in truth, it is just happening. This is human nature. People seek to hurt other people. And while we should never think of that as being a positive thing in life, we should realize that is a situation happening. We can all take steps to ensure that situation doesn't happen. But feeding into the ego of believing this is right, this is wrong, this is justified, this is unjustified. Killing anyone or anything is unjustified. Because what right does anyone have to take a life? But should someone attack me, do I not have the right to defend myself? That's the thing. There are no rights in life. There are just choices, actions, decisions.